Let's discuss Babylon, and then I'm going to work my way up to what it represents for you in today. But let me give you a reason. This is why I used the word Babylon, is because what I read in my Bible reading. Now, Babylon was an ancient empire and is now located in Iraq. So it was known for massive wealth, extreme intelligence, and advanced thinking. They had very powerful kings, extravagant monuments, a deep interest in astrology, and they had a very strict class system. And they did quite a bit of spiritual experimentation. And why was Babylon so famous? Because it wasn't just a city, it was a symbol of human achievement without moral restraint. They had access and they had success, engineering brilliance, influence, and unstoppable ambition. But they were full of corruption, spiritual rebellion, exploitation, pride, and social division. It was an empire that reached high in brilliance, but fell because it was empty in spirit. In the biblical text, Babylon is described as a system that rises in power by rejecting the divine. They reject God and uplifting human ego instead. So they symbolize rebellion, false worship, exploitation, oppression, deception, pride, and spiritual distortion. It represents a society that believes it can run life without any higher guidance. So in scripture, Babylon appears because it imprisoned and it mistreated sacred people. It used spiritual practices that were deceptive and manipulative. It became obsessed with wealth, vanity, and control. And it pushed people to honor power more than integrity. So, this is why Babylon is the metaphor that I'm using, right? Babylon is a system that looks beautiful but leads you wrong. Babylon it represents a spiritual and psychological system. That's why I use Babylon. Anything that looks attractive but destroys you once you step inside. Here are some examples: a job, a relationship, a group, an industry, a lifestyle, or even an environment. Babylon is not just a place, it is a pattern, a spirit, a system, a trap, and a cycle. And we're going to be speaking about all of that today. It lures you, then it'll drain you. It'll praise you, then once it gets you, it'll punish you. It'll attract you, and once you get close enough, it'll destroy you. And it'll make you believe you asked for it because you entered willingly. So Babylon likes to use attraction, distraction, drain, and control. Babylon sends beauty first, not danger. So it decorates the door. So you walk in willingly. And when things begin to go wrong, they'll say you asked for it. You weren't forced. So to keep you busy, entertained, praised, or even emotionally stimulated. So your inner compass goes silent. It will weaken you slowly. It'll start chipping away at your self worth, your identity, your intuition, your spiritual sensitivity, and also your peace. Because the ultimate goal is to control you. Because once you're drained, Babylon pushes you to depend on that system, and the dependency becomes the leash. And Babylon in today's society, it refers to any system or relationship or city or place or institution that is built on manipulation, greed, exploitation, pride, agendas that are hidden, power over people, and emotional and spiritual corruption. You see this in politics, entertainment. And let me just tell you something about entertainment. When I first started this channel, one of the people I spoke about was Nicki Minaj. And I spoke about her either September or October, beginning of October. And I explained what she was going through. But she actually is a truth teller, and she's going to change. And now that she spoke at the United Nations, I was like, that's what she's meant to be doing. And also in corporations, some religious institutions, corrupt family lines, friend circles that operate in deceit, and organizations that reward obedience over authenticity. I saw something on a channel that popped up on my timeline, and as I began to watch it, and so you can watch it too, it was Kwame Brown, Kwame, and there was an interview that he played of this young man that knew LeBron. And he was a snake from the beginning. He said he knew LeBron way before high school. He said how his mama, his grandmother was a big time numbers dealer, and he knew all the how to really do things. But bottom line, when LeBron went to a private school, he all of a sudden they weren't even in the same school system. He heard where he was going and he went, and now he's mixed up in all of this stuff. But LeBron may not have known how he really thinks. That's how you can get people that you can reach at a high level and they've known you for so long, but the whole intent was to attach themselves to you so they can move as you move, they can go as you can go up because they know they're not as creative or talented or smart or have the access. But the moment they get caught up in something, you can be as pure as the white driven snow. They will bring you down because they were in close proximity and they know so much. People will begin to wonder, well, how couldn't you have known? Right? This man is going on national television saying this, but yet he's tied up and being investigated over sports betting. But if you look at that man's face, you can see he was a slickster, right? And he attached himself to LeBron for over 30 years. And LeBron has been paying him all that time. He was a slickster, right? So anywhere truth, purpose, and integrity are punished, while deception is rewarded, that is Babylon. We have to be careful and we have to vet anyone that comes around us. There's no coincidence. If you weren't even in school with someone and you transfer to a whole nother school and you are on the top of your game in the entire state, not alone your city, and that same old cutthroat guy that works with the mob with his grandmama, right? He was taught, he said, since he was a little boy, how to run numbers. He learned from all the mobsters. His grandma was friends with all of them. They knew her, all of them. He ended up going all the way over there to where LeBron is to go to Catholic school and play on the basketball team. He said, I wasn't that good, but I played basketball. It was a Catholic school. They weren't recruiting basketball players, but he knew when he found out where LeBron was going, his name is always in the paper, he slid on over there because his grandmama taught him how to attach himself, right? And see, the chosen are targeted by Babylon because they carry awareness. They carry endurance. You cannot be bought. So you speak truth that breaks cycles and you will expose false systems. And you carry a purpose with influence. And many of you say, well, I'm lonely. At least you know what's around you because you move with spiritual weight. I'm not saying that you need to be alone for the rest of your life. No one's meant to live like that. But Babylon fears what you carry. It seeks to distract you, to drain you, and detour you, help you make decisions. You don't even think they're helping you make the decision, but they are encouraging you to make a decision you would not have ordinarily chose because it wants your gifts, but it doesn't want your spirit. That's the thing. It wants your brilliance, your intelligence, your creativity, but they don't want to give the freedom. They don't want to give up their freedom because Babylon can always use people, opportunity, relationships, careers, or environments, and all of them to reroute the chosen from their path. The pattern is always the same. Babylon rises through deception, exploiting you, your gifts, your talent, being in proximity to you, because they have a sense of pride. They pride themselves by deceiving you and you not knowing. They feel good about that. They look at you as a simp because they're full of manipulation. And here you are with a good heart. But see, they'll fall because they'll make a step and expose who they really are. See, that's the key. They get so prideful because they may have played you for such a long time. They believe that they can use the same deceptive and manipulative tactics that they used on you. They now have the confidence to do it on a larger scale. But that's when they're going to have an internal collapse because they are full of failed leadership and there are spiritual consequences. And ultimately, the gifted or chosen individual will walk away. And the fall always comes because Babylon builds without compassion. And anything built on empty motives cannot stand permanently. If you ever entered a situation that looked perfect, that felt pulled in by its beauty, but then you felt drained once in it or connected to it, you felt something was off, but you couldn't explain it. You felt your peace fading at times and you think it's you or you're just going through a depressive state or whatever. And you felt your gift being used against you. You felt like or feel like you're being studied for your gifts, right? You're being watched for them because they're evaluating what they can use that you have. And then you begin to feel disconnected from your inner voice. You've encountered Babylon, that system. Every chosen person meets Babylon before they reach their true purpose. It is a test, a trap, and a revelation all at the same time. But we're supposed to identify it and remove ourselves from it before we reach our true purpose as we're awakening. And once you see it for what it is, you'll never fall for it again. You'll see it coming. You'll see a slick person coming. But thank you for visiting my channel. I'm going to be downloading more videos on today, and I'm going to keep on this same energy in regards to this Babylon, but it's all going to be the same thing. Some of it may even sound repetitive, but as you listen to it, you're going to see that it actually isn't. It's giving you something more. I'm trying to layer it on today. So I'll see you on the next one. Stay covered, stay conscious, and stay undefeated. Bye-bye.